Look up at the night sky. Do not just look with your eyes. Look with the silent realization of your own insignificance. Billions of stars, billions of galaxies, and billions of light years of an echoing, suffocating void. Do you truly believe that in this infinite emptiness, we, fragile creatures with lifespans shorter than a heartbeat in cosmic time, are the only beings intelligent enough to build a civilization? Or is the reality far more terrifying? Perhaps we are not pioneers. Perhaps we are merely latecomers, the accidental heirs to a massive legacy, an order established long before our ancestors ever learned to stand upright in the primordial mud. Today, I am not inviting you to listen to vague hypotheses or campfire myths. We are going to confront a question that mainstream history has buried under 10,000 layers of time. When did extraterrestrials first arrive on Earth? The answer does not lie in a sci-fi future, nor is it hidden in faint radio signals from deep space. It is right beneath your feet, in the darkest caverns and on ancient strata that fossilized before the first mountain was formed. The truth is simple, yet devastating. They were here. They have been watching us since the dawn of life, and their footprints have left scars upon the flesh of this planet that time itself will never. Travel back with me millions of years, to a time when, according to the textbooks, our ancestors were nothing more than primitive primates, ignorant of tools, clothing, and fire. But explain this. Why, in the ancient mines of Utah or the desolate plains of South Africa, do researchers find things that should not exist? Fossilized imprints of modern shoes. I repeat, shoes. Complete with meticulous stitching, compressed under layers of setting dating back hundreds of millions of years. At a time when even the dinosaurs had not yet claimed dominion over the earth, he was walking this ground with sophisticated, hard-soled footwear. Mainstream science calls it geological coincidence. They use complex jargon to mask their confusion. But if you strip away the veil of denial, you see a different truth. These are the footprints of interstellar explorers. They walked the Earth when it was a raw wilderness overflowing with primordial oxygen. They witnessed the rise and fall of countless species we have never named. Step inside the sun-drenched rock shelters of Tassili Eniger in the heart of the Sahara, or the desolate wilderness of the Australian outback. Upon these parched cliff faces, prehistoric man left behind illustrations that make modern scientists shudder. What did they see? They didn't just paint deer or the violence of a hunt. They painted giants, entities with bulbous, oversized heads, devoid of human features, clad in heavy, cumbersome suits chillingly identical to the pressurized suits used by NASA today. They painted disc-shaped crafts hovering in the sky, emitting beams of light that tore through the prehistoric night. Ask yourself, how could a tribe with no concept of electricity or aerodynamics produce a perfect visual reflection of 21st century aerospace technology? They were not imagining. A primitive brain cannot conceptualize a life support system out of thin air. They were recording. They were documenting visitors from the stars using the only crude language they had, stone and pigment. To them, these were sky gods. To us, they are ancient astronauts. Why would extraterrestrial beings choose to visit such a primitive Earth? Perhaps to a civilization that has mastered space and time. This planet was never a kingdom to be ruled, but simply a laboratory, a way station in a transgalactic journey. When their crafts touched down, the roar of nuclear engines was described by our ancestors as the breath of dragons. The fire from the exhaust was called the halo of danger. Their handheld communication devices were seen as magical artifacts that could control the elements. We turned technology into mythology. We turned interstellar scientists into religious icons to be worshipped, but their interference went deeper. Have you ever wondered why the human brain exploded in size and complexity in such a short window of evolutionary history? That was not slow natural selection. It was an upgrade, a genetic overhaul designed by architects from beyond our solar system. We are children raised in the dark by parents whose true names we have forgotten. This is merely a crack in the wall of lies that mainstream history has built around you. Aliens did not just appear in recent UFO reports. They have been here since the beginning, silent architects behind unexplainable wonders and the turning point live on a planet littered with their remnants, yet we are taught to close our eyes. But remember, truth is like the morning sun. No matter how thick the fog of denial, it cannot be hidden forever. In our next chapter, we will go deeper into a more disturbing question. Why is modern science running away from this truth? Who is standing behind the curtain, controlling the flow of information? Do not take your eyes off the sky, because those who arrived millions of years ago may never have truly left. They are still out there, watching their greatest experiment. That experiment